unmuted us, and I am I'd like to make a motion to open the public hearing to purchase county land at auction. And
Second, Alex?
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And so this is to, the hearing is now open. This public hearing is regarding the proposed expenditure of $2,815 of funds for the community preservation, from the Community Preservation Reserve Fund to pay for the acquisition of parcel 87.5-2-16 in the town of New Paltz. So this is part for everyone's understanding. This is the parcel we looked at last year. A resident said that they were interested, so we withdrew. After this year's auction, they said they weren't interested anymore, and they asked if the town was interested in buying it instead of them. And so we were still interested. And this is not, the goal isn't to really do anything with this land. This is like all wetlands out in Ohioville. What happens is they go before the county auction and people think, oh, I'm going to make a lot of money. I'm going to subdivide this. And then a few years later, they don't pay any of the taxes, and then it goes on the off the tax rolls, and then it goes to auction, and then someone else buys it. And in between, what happens is people come into the building department and they're like, I'd like to build something here, or they go to the planning board, and then they find out it's not buildable, but it costs our staff a lot of time and effort to explain that. And it's just cheaper for the town to own the land, keep it as wetlands and open space. And so we're using the preservation funds to do that. And it also is an important area for, preserving, wetlands and aquifers and everything else. And for, I think it's 50 acres for $2,800. And it adjoins the lands that we bought last year.
So Neil Beats the Sacredge, can people go on it, or is it just, it's really only just an open space? It's
I mean,
kept the way it
I
is,
don't
is it?
think we
Legally?
had it legally, but it's like you'd better wear boots, maybe hip waders,
Right.
and bring mosquito stuff. It's not
like pads, nothing, right?
there's nothing there.
Right,
When we had it assessed by an engineer to make sure there were no like hazardous materials or anything else, they said it was pretty hard to get.
yeah.
So,
I just sometimes wonder if those lands that are owned by us could be turned into a public space, that where people.
yeah, I mean, I think that's like
Kids could do nature study.
in theory for some of them.
Yeah.
These are like not that accessible
Not accessible.
for anything.
Right, they're not like the Millbrook Preserve.
No.
No, okay. That's what I figured, just thought I'd ask.
And so we can leave it open for a little while, start the meeting. We could go into executive session. Julie's still not here yet. And we could call her.
Yeah, I can call it.
And when we
Sure.
get into executive
Yeah,
session.
yeah.
And then we could come back out. And let's see if anyone's here for the public hearing.
Okay.
So
We might as well make use of the time, right?
I'd like to make a motion to open the town board meeting of July 7th, 2022.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
And we stand for the pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I'd like to make a motion to approve the agenda with a modification.
Second. Alex?
And the modification is that for number one, when we come out of executive session, we would then be voting on the police commission.
Second, Alex?
That's all. All in favor?
Aye.
And Julie is here now.
Okay.
Hey, Julie. So we've opened the public hearing. We just approved the agenda. I added an item thank you for calling me earlier. We're going into executive session to discuss the police commission, and then when we come out of executive session, we'll be voting on the police commission. And so that, I added that as added it to item 1. And we're about to go into executive session.
Do you need to vote on that, Neil?
Let me turn the volume up. I'm sorry, do I have a question?
We need to vote on that.
On the,
Julie.
but we need to make a second for executive session and then to go into executive session and then we could call or something we can call you when we're in executive session.
Okay,
And so I'd like to make a motion to go into executive session.
Second.
All in favor?
aye.
All right. Okay. But we didn't have public comment. I want to make sure she has comment.
Yes. Go out,
That's the whole.
yep, this door, go into the, like, the atrium for the PD. It's right there on your left. Sorry. No, it's,
I saw it online, but even when I, because I was here for 15 minutes before, I just said underwater.
oh,
There's nothing that says. temple.
figured, actually, probably should come in from the court side and have that door open.
So it was just outside, but, you know,
Hmm.
it's kind of thing. I knew, I didn't even know they went from. So. Couldn't find out.
I work for the town, and I didn't know that. On my computer, it's
When you
not
look over
working.
it, Yeah, I couldn't.
I can't make it for anything. But this is last meeting. Well, he must have, I only live down the road. I drove down the road, see if anyone's there. So I drove down. the road. Oh, look, they're doing it in person.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, communication is definitely not one of our strong.
And that's kind of universal.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's not online or on a computer. It's,
You know what I used to try to get one into the link. It's just a difficult, their platform is difficult to find. And maybe today it's because it's not even there. And I think,
if you go on townandnewpaltz.org, and then I call it the green page.
should we change it?
You have to push on town board, then there's the screw part. You have to scroll through it, find today's date.
Date.
Then you go over to that, click on it, and then it gives you the agenda. And then you have to, scroll
Keep
through that.
scrolling, yeah.
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 It'd be easier if there was like a, agenda.
Well, even they could.
I'm not very computer savvy, so anything takes
Me either, but a lot of places will put on the calendar, it'll be a link in the calendar and you just.
I've never tried, because there is a calendar there,
Yeah.
but I've
the
never
link is
tried,
not there.
I don't think that does it.
No.
I've always had to go to
That-
the date,
Yeah.
July 7th, and then
Yeah,
push it.
it's almost like with the school district, when they schedule a meeting for you, they'll just automatically, if you have Google or any of those apps, they'll just put it in the
Also comes up with, I
Yes.
figure with today's technology, it would be rather easy.
Easy.
Maybe it's your web provider or.
Yeah.
I have a daily fight with my computer and I lose.
Oh, yeah, me too, time and time again. I'm not tech savvy at all.
No, I'm an analog person in a digital world. I miss paper, I miss pencil,
Oh, my goodness.
I miss
yes.
signs, I miss notes.
Yeah, somebody had told me, because I was printing emails that I feel I might need at a later date. They're like, why didn't you just, forward them to your personal email? And I was like, I thought that was kind of easy. Or did they say, well, you could just download it? Really?
You're saying, I do the same thing. I'll print out an email and I tack it on my wall.
Oh, yeah.
Because when I go, yeah, I found if you look at it on the computer, if you don't put in exactly what you're looking for, it, 10 million other
Other
things.
things, yeah.
So to me, it's easier to print it
Print it
on my wall.
stick it somewhere.
Then it takes me an hour to go through.
And
I
so
know,
when
I
you
know it's
know it's
there.
there.
I know it's in there.
You know it's there.
My wife yells, it's on your computer. It doesn't erase anything unless you really, really, really erase it. You have to try and find it again.
Exactly. I worked for Dutchess County for 32 years and my last 20 years, before that, we weren't using computers, we used techniques for those. But in the last 20 years, we've only had 2 systems. That's the language. So when I came out in the world and had to learn other stuff, it's like, what is this?
Yeah, I started for the town 11 years ago, and computer, that's my wife's deal. I don't touch it. I had a business, but I held business before that.
She
So
took
I
me
don't-
up the computer.
I'm not allowed to touch the computer at home, it's a rule. And all of a sudden, they come in, they give me a laptop, it's like, what am I supposed to do with that? It's like, well, this is your life, this is how you work. This isn't gonna work. I'm learning, slow but sure.
So, yeah, and it stays the same, so you don't have.
Some things are easier, I'll admit it, I
Yeah.
sent a whole lot of plans to a person today. It was so much easier than printing them out, mailing them, it was just email,
Just
click a
email,
button.
Send it on.
Oh, I have to admit, I still miss that.
Yeah.
At least some of us.
Yeah, and somebody else is not coming, because I was just coming to listen to them, but someone needed to come and speak. And one forgot, so the other, and everybody was close by, so it was just gonna run over here.
Yeah.
sorry to bother you. It's still an executive session. No, I haven't. Oh, okay. Not that. Just leave my child there. I'll be right back. That's all said about it. Well, we confirmed. So I was just saying this. Put it in. This is exactly. This is exactly. Okay. So. We wrote it, we're all on. See, this is happening. We actually figured out late this afternoon for a couple hours. Yeah. I mean, they're like. Absolutely. It's interesting. She has. Stay. Really, that's what we're trying to do. That's what we're trying to do. First point was the same.
so busy. But we can't worry about that. Oh, no. Great job.
And now, is the whole thing up?
That's not.
Oh, how I would show. Yeah.
That's so good.
Also, three, also. It looks like more. So it's- Six. So it's three, so let's do.
Yeah, no, I.
If you're cold, you can go up in the room upstairs,
Is it
because that room doesn't seem to get cold.
It's still a little hot. It's
That's the
probably
room that
cold.
should.
It's a little warm.
So I'd like to make a motion to come out of executive session.
Second, Alex.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
And we forgot to ask if there was anyone who wanted to make public comments earlier. And so if anyone here wants to make a public comment, please feel free to do so now.
Thank you. Any particular place you'd like me to be?
Usually, I think just come up and stand or.
This is in regard to the EO203 Commission and the recommendations that the NPP RRC made to the board. The following is the official recommendations of the NPP RRC for membership of the reconstituted Civilian Police Commission. We have, I believe, sent those names to you, so you have all of those before you. We make even the most enthusiastic of these recommendations with a significant amount of concern and disappointment. In our final report, we outlined clear timelines for the recommendations. While these may have seemed arbitrary, they were carefully thought out. The first priority was then and remains that every member of the town board complete Undoing Racism. Not only has that not happened, we see no will to do so. In fact, we have heard the suggestion that one or two of you might do so that you could determine whether or not it was worth it. And respectfully, you simply are not qualified to make such a determination, which further highlights the urgent need for each and every one of you to complete the program. And for the record, that's the bare minimum introduction to anti-racist work. It is, as Jay Smooth likes to say, not like you brush your teeth once and then you're done. It's a matter of hygiene. So in this light, it is hard to perceive your to appoint a board as anything other than a way of deflecting from the first priority we set in our report. And while we commend your sense of urgency to appoint a commission, we would be remiss if we did not remind you of the totality of your commitments. We feel it necessary to remind you that you asked us to offer recommendations. You voluntarily, publicly, and repeatedly stated your intention to be held to those recommendations that we presented to you. So given this, it is all the more troubling that you seem to now believe we are holding you to an unfair standard. Still, the residents of New Paltz deserve a police commission, and your reluctance should not be allowed to adversely impact the community. And so for this reason, we present the candidates that we have put before you for the commission. While we would have liked to see a wider array of applicants, which could have been achieved by more robust publication and hands-on attention from the town board, we believe we are presenting the town with a slate of commission members who are up to the challenge of equity-based oversight that our residents deserve. Thank you. And I'll leave this to the
Thank
record.
you, thank you.
Any other comments? If not, I will. I'd like to say that we appreciate the recommendations, and as a board, we have discussed them. We have 5 names that we're going to announce tonight, and then we'd like to have them come to the next meeting on the 21st, and then we will be making the official appointments and for the length of their terms. And so one term will expire December 31st, 2022. The next one, December 31st, 2023, then 2024, and then the last 2 in 2025. And so the 5 names are Cindy Sanchez, Carrie Raman Bunce, Janice Butler, Kara Fitzpatrick, and Stephen Ford. And so we'll be contacting each of them and asking them to come to the meeting in 2 weeks, and we'll be making the official appointments then. So thank you for your help. And with that, I'd like to make a motion to authorize and approve items 2A through 2E on the consent agenda.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
And then number 3, this is the seeker review of the Walker Valley Rail Trail rehabilitation by Open Space Institute. These are, this is a type 2 action. Trail rehabilitations are type 2 action, but we're doing the EAF anyway. We've posted it on the website. And so the motion to authorize the supervisor to sign and submit the EAF Part 1 and the EAF Part 2 as posted on the website.
Second?
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And so that the plan is, I think they're going to start, this is for the rehabilitation from Sojourner Truth Park in the village down to the Gardner Town Line. And it's going to be, none of it's going to be paved. It's going to be like the section that's north of Huguenot Street, that crushed stone dust.
Right.
So mostly they're going to be fixing drainage, cutting down dead trees, and just widening it and making the crossing safer for people.
Right.
And this is money that the county has allocated from ARPA funds, and OSI is running the project for us. So it's not costing us anything money, but it's, you can thank the county for putting the money forward.
I think it's great, and it's such a great opportunity for us to have this beautiful rail trail. I saw the signs that they have put on the other end, and they're day glow, and you can see where it is and where people are crossing. It's very well done. So,
And it's a little more accessible.
Yeah.
Than
Yeah.
I think for people with different abilities, you know, we're not gonna be, wider, so,
Yeah.
that's where we are with that.
Mhm.
And I think they're hoping to start in the fall.
Great.
So, I guess if no one's here for the public hearing, I'd like to make a motion to close the public hearing.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Sure she can, if she wants to unmute, she can. Okay. And so, resolution authorizing the town board of the town of New Paltz, Ulster County, New York, to expend $2,815 of funds from the Community Preservation Reserve Fund to pay for the acquisition of parcel 87.5-2-16 in the town of New Paltz, subject to permissive referendum.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And so then the last one is just a discussion. We're not voting on anything, but just so everyone knows, the assessor New Paltz Town Assessor has left to work in 2 other towns. This is pretty common, what's happening. A lot of the assessors are splitting their time. So right now, we don't have an assessor. We voted to promote a clerk. And Diane Lee is going to be helping out in the assessor's office, and she'll be there full-time. And we're trying to work on maybe a shared services proposal with the town of Esopus, where they would be coming in and helping to train Diane. She'll be also taking training to be an assessor's aide at the same time. But if there are questions she can't answer, then we have an assessor who's coming in, and if there are official documents that have to be signed, Shannon can sign those. We're not making any long-term commitments. We're mostly trying this out to make sure it works. And we're going to be working on like a shared services agreement, but there's like a short-term, mid-term, long-term plan. So no one's committing to anything, but I wanted to present it to the board to make sure everyone's okay that I should continue forward on this, and it's worth exploring as a potential solution. Even if we then decide we may want to hire a full-time assessor, I think we have to explore different options, because no one's losing their job. I'd like to take the opportunity to say, well, did the method we had before, was that the perfect way to do things? And since both positions were open, we're going to look at it. That's all I have.
Yeah. No, I support that, and I think the other thing that you had mentioned was that other towns are doing this. That isn't something unique to us, but that there are other towns that are looking into shared services and trying to make make ends meet and make it all work. And get it done so that people aren't waiting for the assessor. So
I mean, the idea is that we still have someone in the office 40 hours a week.
Exactly.
So that can answer the phone and answer questions, but also if they can't answer the question, then like, I don't know that, but I will check and find it out and get back in touch with you.
Yeah.
And so we're trying to keep that covered right now. So we have an employee there. And if they can't answer the question, then they have someone that they can go to who knows the answer, and then they can get back in touch with them. So there's nothing to approve with that. It's just keep the board, but we'll probably be talking about it at our next meeting. And if I have anything, I'll share it.
Great, thank you. Yeah.
That's all I have.
All right,
Motion to adjourn.
second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Bye, Julie.